Peppa Goes Camping. Today, Peppa and George are very excited. They are going on holiday. Daddy Pig has a surprise. It's a camper van, grunts Daddy Pig. Wow! Gasp Peppa and George.
We're going on a holiday,
Sings Peppa.
we're going on a holiday in our camper van.
Says Daddy Pig, looking at the map. Daddy Pig, cries Mummy Pig, are we lost? Well, begins Daddy Pig. Yes. Grandad Dog and Danny Dog arrive.
Hello,
Calls out Peppa.
we're lost.
Lost? Asks Grandad Dog, confused. Is your sat-nav broken? Peppa, George, Mummy and Daddy Pig don't know what a sat-nav is. Sat-nav is a computer that helps you find your way, explains Grandad Dog. Welcome to the car of the future, bleeps the sat-nav.
Can you tell us where to go?
Asks Peppa. Go straight, replies the sat-nav. Daddy Pig thanks Grandad Dog and the family continue on their way.
We're going on a holiday,
Sings Peppa.
we're going on holiday in our camper van.
Suddenly the camper van is low on oil, but Daddy Pig can't find the engine. Mummy Sheep and Susie Sheep arrive in their car.
Hello, Susie,
Cries Peppa.
we've lost our engine.
Lost your engine? Replies Mummy Sheep. I don't know a thing about engines, says Mummy Sheep, but I'll have a look. I'm probably wrong, but this looks like an engine, says Mummy Sheep, lifting the boot. Well spotted, Mummy Sheep, gasped Daddy Pig, pouring oil into the engine. Daddy Pig thanks Mummy Sheep, and the family are off again.
Are we nearly there yet?
Asked Peppa, sighing. Just up the next hill, says the sat-nav. You have reached your destination, says the sat-nav when they get to the top of a steep hill. Hooray! Everyone cheers.
Time for bed.
Says Mummy Pig. Peppa and George put on their pyjamas.
But where will we sleep?
Asked Peppa. Mummy Pig and I will sleep on this bed, says Daddy Pig, pressing a button. Ta-da! A lovely big bed appears in the room. And you two will sleep upstairs like you always do, says Mummy Pig. Watch this, says Daddy Pig, pressing another button. Brrr. Suddenly the camper van's roof lifts up and a bunk bed appears. Daddy Pig tucks Peppa and George into bed.
The camper van is just like our little house,
says Peppa. Good night, everyone, says the sat-nav. Sleep well. The end. Peppa Pig, Strawberries. Grandpa Pig is showing Peppa and George the strawberry he has grown.
Why is it hiding in a little house, Grandpa?
asked Peppa. Because the cheeky birds have eaten the rest of my strawberries, and I need to protect this last one, says Grandpa Pig. Grandpa Pig tells Peppa that they can still eat strawberries. He knows the perfect place to go. Everybody in the car, he says. It's time to visit the strawberry farm. Have you come to pick strawberries? Asked Miss Rabbit when they arrive. Yes, please, Miss Rabbit, says Peppa excitedly. Then you've come to the right place. We've got nothing but strawberries, says Miss Rabbit. Pick as many as you like. Miss Rabbit takes Peppa, George, Granny Pig and Grandpa Pig out to the strawberry fields and gives them each a basket to put their strawberries in. Wow, gasped Peppa. There are so many strawberries. Pedro Pony and his family are at the strawberry farm too. Hello, Pedro, cries Peppa. Have you picked a lot of strawberries? Yes, replies Pedro. But my mummy and daddy keep eating them. Mr. and Mrs. Pony sigh. They have eaten too many strawberries. Peppa and George giggle. They love skipping along, picking strawberries and putting them in their baskets. I must say, these strawberries do look lovely, says Granny Pig. The real test is to see if the strawberries taste any good, says Grandpa Pig, picking up a big juicy strawberry and biting into it. Actually, that is rather good. Granny Pig eats a strawberry too. Scrumptious. Granny and Grandpa Pig eat lots of strawberries. Peppa and George are very good at picking strawberries and have nearly filled up their baskets. Peppa sings a song as they pick up the strawberries. Strawberry, strawberry, juicy, red and sweet. Strawberry, strawberry, they're so nice to eat. Peppa and George's baskets are full of strawberries, but Granny and Grandpa Pig's baskets are empty. Granny, Grandpa, where are your strawberries? Asked Peppa. In our tummies, replies Grandpa Pig. Maybe it's time to go home, says Granny Pig, rubbing her tummy. Danny Dog and his family has just arrived at the farm, ready to pick some strawberries. Wow, look at all these lovely strawberries, says Captain Dog. Don't say that word, groans Grandpa Pig, holding his tummy. Granny and Grandpa Pig have eaten too many strawberries. Thank you for all the strawberries, Miss Rabbit, says Peppa. Now we can go home and make strawberry jam for everyone. Say Granny and Grandpa Pig. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow, Peppa. Peppa and George love strawberries. Everyone loves strawberries. Peppa Pig, Peppa's Easter Basket. Peppa and George are making baskets for Miss Rabbit's Easter egg hunt. Peppa puts the craft box on the table. Thud!
I'm making my basket really big so I can fill it with lots of chocolate,
says Peppa.
It's going to be the best Easter ever.
Can you find this Easter egg? Peppa and George take their baskets to the Easter egg hunt.
Wow!
All their friends have made baskets too.
Hooray!
Ready, steady, go! Shouts Miss Rabbit through her megaphone. The children race around, searching for eggs to fill their baskets. Can you find this Easter egg? Miss Rabbit blows her whistle.
That was fun, says Peppa. I filled my basket right to the top. Oh no,
Susie Sheep gasps.
I put my basket down and now I can't find it. Don't worry, Susie,
says Peppa.
I'll help you look for your basket.
Hooray!
Everyone helps, but they can't find Susie's basket anywhere. Oh no! Can you find this Easter egg? On the way home, Peppa has an idea.
Can we go to Susie's house, please?
She asks. When they arrive, Peppa knocks on the door.
This is for you, Susie,
says Peppa, handing over her Easter basket.
Wow!
Cheers, Susie.
Thank you, Peppa.
Can you find this Easter egg? When they get home, Mummy and Daddy Pig have a surprise for Peppa.
Hooray!
Giving your Easter basket to Susie was a very kind thing to do, says Daddy Pig. So we made you another basket, says Mummy Pig, and filled it right to the top.
Wow!
Wow, thank you, says Peppa. This really is the best Easter ever.
Can you find this Easter egg? The end. Peppa Pig Bicycle Race. It is a lovely sunny day. Peppa and George are going out for a ride. Peppa rings her bell. Ding ding.
Come on, George,
She says.
follow me.
Peppa is riding her bicycle. George is riding his tricycle.
Hurry up, George,
Calls Peppa.
you're going so slowly.
Says George. Peppa sees her friends, Danny Dog, Susie Sheep, and Rebecca Rabbit. They are riding their bicycles too. Danny points down the hill.
Let's have a race to the bottom,
He says. Danny, Susie, and Rebecca ride very fast. Peppa rides quite fast. George does not ride very fast at all.
George is riding a baby bike.
Snorts Peppa.
So are you,
Says Danny.
You've still got stabilizers.
Peppa looks down at her bike. It is the only one with stabilizers on it.
Let's ride up the hill again.
Says Danny.
No,
Says Peppa.
I think I'll stay here.
Peppa asks Daddy Pig to take her stabilizers off. Do you think you can ride without them? He says.
I can do it.
Peppa nods.
I can.
She gets on her bicycle and starts pedaling. Uh-oh, Peppa falls onto the grass. Riding without stabilizers is hard.
George giggles. It is not funny. Peppa frowns. Daddy Pig helps Peppa to get back on her bicycle. Let's try again, he says. Ready, steady, go! Don't let go of me, Daddy, says Peppa. Don't worry, says Daddy Pig. I've got you. Peppa pedals faster and faster. You're doing really well, shouts Daddy Pig. Peppa looks round. Daddy Pig has let go. Ho ho, he cries. You're cycling on your own. Peppa can ride on her own without stabilizers.
Wow.
She goes to find her friends. Look at me, shouts Peppa. I can ride my bike properly. Danny, Susie and Rebecca all cheer. Hooray! Come on, says Peppa. Let's race down the hill again. Danny, Susie and Rebecca ring their bells. Peppa loves riding her bicycle. Everyone loves riding bicycles. The end. Peppa Pig, Grampy Rabbit's Boatyard. It is a lovely sunny day. Peppa, George and Granny Pig are going out with Grandpa Pig on his boat. Ahoy there, Peppa and George, shouts Grandpa Pig. I'll move the boat a bit nearer. Oh dear, Grandpa Pig's boat is sinking. A captain never leaves his sinking ship, says Grandpa Pig. The boat sinks to the bottom of the river. Grandad Dog arrives on his boat.
Hooray!
I'm taking my boat to the boatyard today, he says. Would you mind taking mine too? asks Grandpa Pig. Of course, replies Grandpa Dog. Where is your boat? I'm standing on it, says Grandpa Pig sadly. Grandad Dog's truck lifts the boat out of the water.
Wow.
Next stop, the boatyard, says Grandad Dog. What's a boatyard? asks Peppa. A boatyard is where broken boats get mended, says Granny Pig. The truck arrives at Grampy Rabbit's boatyard. Ahoy there, me hearties, bellows Grampy Rabbit. What happened to your boat, Grandpa Pig? Someone drove it into a mooring post, says Grandpa Pig. Can you mend it? Of course, says Grampy Rabbit. Grampy Rabbit examines a hole in Grandpa Pig's boat. I need to find something to patch it up, says Grampy Rabbit. Grampy Rabbit collects scrap metal. He uses it to mend boats.
Wow.
Grampy Rabbit has lots of scrap metal. He has used some of it to build a submarine. It fills up with water, says Grampy Rabbit, so it's very good at going down, but not so good at coming back up. Grampy Rabbit finds an old washing machine. Now this is what I've been looking for, he says. You're going to mend my boat with a bit of old washing machine? asks Grandpa Pig. Yes, says Grampy Rabbit. Grampy Rabbit covers up the hole with the old piece of metal. There, good as new, he says. Hooray! Everyone cheers. Now we test it, says Grampy Rabbit. Everyone goes back to the river with Grandpa Pig's boat. It floats, says Grampy Rabbit. Usually they sink on the first go. Now we can go for our day on the river, says Peppa. Grampy Rabbit plays his banjo and everyone sings as the boat bobs up and down. The end. Grandpa Pig's Boat. Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and George out for a day on the river. I'm the captain of this boat, says Grandpa Pig. Granny Pig, Peppa and George all salute Grandpa Pig. Aye, aye, Captain, they cry. When I tell you to do something, you must do it, says Grandpa Pig. Unless it's something silly, Granny Pig tells Peppa and George. Grandpa Pig frowns. The captain never says anything silly. Of course not, Captain, says Granny Pig, saluting. Everyone does what Grandpa Pig says.
Wow.
He asks George to raise the flag and Granny Pig to take the wheel. Then Grandpa Pig tells Peppa to ring the bell. Off they go. The boat speeds through the water. Granny Pig thinks they should go a bit slower. Good idea, Granny Pig, says Grandpa Pig. I don't want to use up all my petrol. Peppa spots another boat. It's Grandad Dog. He's taking Danny Dog out for a day on the river. Grandad Dog is Grandpa Pig's very best friend. Oh, I'm surprised your boat is still afloat, Grandad Dog. It must be almost as old as you are, says Grandpa Pig. Oh, this old boat can go faster than your rusty bucket any day, replies Grandad Dog. Grandpa Pig is not happy. He calls Grandad Dog a sea dog. Grandad Dog calls Grandpa Pig a water hog. You are both acting like little children, cries Granny Pig. Peppa and George think this is funny. Grandpa Pig won't say sorry. Grandad Dog won't say sorry. They decide to race instead. Grandad Dog zooms off. Catch me if you can, water hog, says Grandad Dog. Grandpa Pig is not happy. Sea dog, shouts Grandpa Pig. Grandpa Pig overtakes Grandad Dog and leaves him far behind. Can't catch me, ha 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 ha, says Grandpa Pig. I win. Oh no, my boat has run out of petrol, cries Grandpa Pig. Maybe I did go a bit too fast. Maybe Grandad Dog can tow us home, suggests Granny Pig. I don't want him to, says Grandpa Pig. Will you two ever grow up, says Granny Pig. Grandpa, say sorry to Grandad Dog, says Peppa. Grandad, say sorry to Grandpa Pig, says Danny. Finally, they both say sorry. Grandad Dog is Grandpa Pig's very best friend. Grandad Dog tows Grandpa Pig's boat home. The main thing is I won the race, Grandpa Pig says to Peppa. Grandpa Pig, cries Granny Pig. Silly Grandpa Pig. The end. Peppa Pig the Boat Pond. Peppa and George have brought their toy boats to race on the pond.
Wow.
George's boat has to be wound up. The ducks come over to see Peppa and George.
Bonk, bonk.
Hello, ducks. May we use your pond to sail our boats? Asked Peppa. My boat doesn't wind up, says Peppa, looking for the winder on her boat. Your boat doesn't need winding up, Peppa, says Mummy Pig. It just needs a little help, says Daddy Pig, blowing Peppa's boat along. Here is Peppa's friend, Susie Sheep. Hello, everyone, she cries. I've got my speedboat. It has batteries to make it go. Woof! Here is Danny Dog with Grandad Dog.
Hooray!
My granddad made me this pedal boat. It's steam-powered, says Danny.
Wow.
Rebecca Rabbit arrives with her mummy. I wish I had a boat, she says. I've got an idea, says Daddy Pig, picking up his newspaper. When I was a little piggy, I used to fold newspaper to make paper boats, says Daddy Pig, handing a boat to Rebecca. Thank you, Mr. Pig, says Rebecca, placing her paper boat on the pond. Now George wants a paper boat too. Daddy Pig makes paper boats for everyone. Let's race, says Mummy Pig. Ready, steady, blow! The boats speed across the pond. We have a winner, says Daddy Pig. That's George's boat, says Peppa. George is the winner. Hooray! Everybody cheers. I like paper boats the best, cries Peppa. Me too, cry all the children. It's time to go home now. Everybody has had a great day. Bye-bye, ducks, says Peppa.
Bonk, bonk.
The ducks enjoyed the toy boats, but they like having their pond back too. The end.
Peppa goes boating. Peppa and her family have come to the lake to go boating. Boats, boats, get your boats here, calls Miss Rabbit. I've got canoes, says Miss Rabbit. Says Daddy Pig. Paddling a canoe is hard work. I've got sailing boats, says Miss Rabbit. Daddy Pig isn't sure. Sailing a sailing boat is a bit tricky. Those pedalos look nice and relaxing, smiles Mummy Pig. Yes, agrees Daddy Pig. They've got a big paddle wheel to make them go. Daddy Pig, Mummy Pig, Peppa and George all climb onto a pedalo. You have to pedal, Miss Rabbit tells them. Enjoy your boat trip.
Hooray!
Off we go, shouts Daddy Pig. Peppa and George giggle. It's like a bicycle on the water. Emily Elephant and her family arrive. Hello, Miss Rabbit, says Mr. Elephant. We'd like a canoe, please. Certainly, says Miss Rabbit. Ahoy there, Miss Rabbit. It's Danny Dog and his dad, Captain Dog. They want to go out in a sailing boat. Aye, aye, Captain. Dad, says Danny Dog. We're sailing, shouts Danny. We're canoeing, shouts Emily. We're pedaling, shouts Peppa. Poor Daddy Pig, peddling a pedalo is a lot harder than it looks. It is time to stop for lunch. Mummy Pig passes around the sandwiches. Here's some bread for you, Mrs. Duck, grins Peppa.
Bonk, bonk.
Mrs. Duck likes picnics. Everyone likes picnics. Miss Rabbit rings her bell. Come in, boats 1, 2 and 3, she calls up. Your time is up. 1, 2 and 3, says Peppa. That's us. Let's see who can get back first, says Mummy Pig. We'll have a race. Everyone goes as fast as they can. I'm not sure I can pedal much faster, puffs Daddy Pig. Captain Dog is lucky. His boat has an engine. We win, cries Danny. Captain Dog cheers. I'm not a sailor anymore, he says, but I do love boating on the lake. Yes, says Peppa, we all love boating on the lake. The end.
First words with Peppa Pig. Dens. Peppa's many friends came to play in her treehouse. The treehouse is yellow and its door is green. Grandpa Pig made the treehouse for us. It is the best, said Peppa. Peppa made tea for her 5 friends in the treehouse. Don't forget me, said Zoe Zebra. Don't be sad. I have made you some tea in the green cup, said Peppa. Danny Dog and Pedro Pony came to call at the treehouse. Is there room for us in your treehouse? Said Danny Dog. I don't think you will fit. There are 5 friends in here. There are too many friends in here, said Peppa. Grandpa Pig made a den for Danny and Pedro. I like its flag. It is the best, said Pedro Pony. If you pull this bit, its red door goes up and down, said Grandpa Pig. It has so many good bits. It is the best, said Danny Dog. Thank you. Peppa and her friends came to call at the den. Its red door was pulled down.
Wow.
Is there room for us in the den? Said Peppa. I don't think you will fit. There are too many friends in here, said Danny. Grandpa Pig got some string. If you pull the string from the treehouse to the den, you can call your friends, said Grandpa Pig. The friends pulled the string. The treehouse Grandpa Pig made for us is the best. Its door is green, called Susie Sheep. The den that Grandpa Pig made for us is the best. Its door goes up and down if you pull it, called Danny Dog. Peppa's 5 friends went to the den. The den is the best as the door goes up and down, they said. I don't think so. I still think the treehouse is the best. Its door is green, said Peppa. Then the rain came. The den did not have a roof. Many of the friends went back to the treehouse. The treehouse is the best as its roof will keep the rain off, they said. I don't think so. I still think the den is the best, said Danny Dog. Then the sun came back. The rain had made 5 spots of mud on the green grass. Now we don't want to go in the den or the treehouse, said Susie Sheep. The mud is best for us. The end.
Peppa Pig Dentist Trip. Every morning, Peppa and George brush their teeth. Scrub, scrub, scrub.
George, are your teeth as clean as mine?
Peppa asks, showing off her clean white teeth. You both have lovely clean teeth. I'm sure the dentist will be very happy, calls out Daddy Pig. Later that day, Peppa and George are at the dentist, waiting for their checkup. It is George's first visit.
Peppa, George, the dentist will see you now,
says Miss Rabbit, the nurse. Hooray! They both cheer. This is Dr. Elephant, the dentist. Who's first? He asks.
I'm first, replies Peppa. I'm a big girl. Watch me, George.
Open wide, please, orders Dr. Elephant softly. Ah! Peppa opens her mouth as wide as she possibly can. Let's take a look, says the dentist, checking Peppa's white teeth with a mirror. There, all done. What lovely clean teeth, cheers Dr. Elephant. Now you can have the special drink. Peppa spits the pink liquid out into the sink. It's George's turn next. George does not want it to be his turn, so the dentist lets him hold Mr. Dinosaur. All done. You have very strong, clean teeth, George, smiles Dr. Elephant. But wait, what is this? Cries Dr. Elephant. George has very clean teeth, but this young dinosaur's teeth are very dirty. The water jet, please, Miss Rabbit, orders the dentist. He uses the water to clean Mr. Dinosaur's teeth. Slosh, slosh, slosh. Pink! Cries George, picking up a glass. That's right, George, says the dentist. Mr. Dinosaur needs some special pink drink. Gosh, what shiny teeth you have, Mr. Dinosaur, cries Miss Rabbit. Dinosaur! Arr! Snorts George. George loves Mr. Dinosaur, especially now that he has nice, clean teeth. The end.
Peppa Pig, happy holidays. Mummy Pig is packing to go on holiday. She doesn't want to forget anything important. Some holidays are far away. It can be tricky to find your way around. There is always lots to do on holiday. Peppa likes sightseeing.
Wow!
Pizza! Daddy Pig likes trying new foods. And George likes sleeping in interesting places. The end.
Peppa Pig. Peppa's Christmas Jumper Day. Daddy Pig is getting Peppa and George ready for bed. Daddy, says Peppa, splashing about in the bath. Where are our jumpers? Which jumpers? Asks Daddy Pig. Our Christmas jumpers, replies Peppa. It's Christmas Jumper Day tomorrow at playgroup. Oh, says Daddy Pig. Peppa and George brush their teeth, then Daddy Pig heads up into the loft to find all the Christmas things. Here we are, says Daddy Pig, holding a huge box. Yay! Cheer Peppa and George. They find their Christmas jumpers, but... Daddy, says Peppa, mine is too small. Squeaks George, trying to squeeze into his jumper. Says Daddy Pig, thinking. George, why don't you try on Peppa's jumper? And Peppa, you can try on mine. Peppa's jumper fits George perfectly, but Daddy Pig's jumper doesn't fit Peppa. It's too big, says Peppa, and it doesn't have any sparkly bits. Says Daddy Pig. It's your bedtime now, but we'll sort something out in the morning. In the morning, Peppa, George, Mammy and Daddy Pig all have breakfast together. Right, says Daddy Pig, after everyone has finished eating. Time for playgroup. What about my Christmas jumper, Daddy? Asked Peppa. You haven't forgotten, have you? Of course not. Daddy Pig winks and hurries to get the Christmas box. Mammy Pig helps George get ready. Peppa puts on a normal jumper and stands still as Daddy ties baubles to it. I really wanted one with sparkly bits, Daddy, says Peppa. No problem, says Daddy Pig, as he finds some sparkly baubles to add to the jumper. Soon Peppa looks just like a Christmas tree. At the bottom of the box, Daddy Pig finds a big pot of glitter and sprinkles it all over Peppa. Ta-da, says Daddy Pig, admiring his work. One Christmas jumper with sparkly bits. Now let's go, or we'll be late. Daddy Pig, Peppa and George say goodbye to Mummy Pig and race out the door of the playgroup. What a fantastic Christmas jumper, says Madame Gazelle when Peppa arrives. You're so sparkly, cries Susie Sheep. Everyone at playgroup loves Peppa's Christmas jumper. This is the best Christmas jumper day ever, says Peppa. Thank you, Daddy. You're welcome, Peppa, says Daddy Pig, wiping the glitter off his worksuit. Happy Christmas Jumper Day. The end. Peppa Pig Ballet Lesson. Today, Peppa is wearing a tutu. She wants to learn how to dance. Hello, Madame, she says. Madame Gazelle does a curtsy, so Peppa does one back. Madame Gazelle nods. So sweet. Welcome to your first lesson of the ballet. Peppa's friends are waiting inside the classroom. Hello, everyone, Peppa giggles. Madame Gazelle puts on some music. We begin, she says. Peppa and her friends start dancing. It is lots of fun. Madame Gazelle shows the class how to do a little jump in the air. We do it with grace and beauty, says Madame Gazelle. Watch me. Eee, say the children. Peppa and her friends do lots of little jumps in the air. Grace and beauty, Madame Gazelle reminds him. Grace and beauty. The children do their best jumping. Madame Gazelle lifts up her arms. She flutters around the room like a swan. Imagine that you are all the beautiful swans, she says. Off you go. The children flap their arms and jump around in a circle. They make their best swan noises. Madame Gazelle is pleased. What beautiful swans they all are. When it is time to go home, Mummy Pig is waiting outside. Peppa did very well, says Madame Gazelle. Peppa nods. I had to dance gracefully and beautifully. That's lovely, says Mummy Pig. As soon as Peppa gets home, she puts on some music. She can't wait to show George and Mummy and Daddy Pig how to do ballet. Ballet is easy for me, she says, but you will find it very hard. You must copy what I do, says Peppa. Oh, Daddy Pig chuckles. Mummy Pig and I used to be quite good at ballet. Daddy Pig starts to dance. Daddy Pig twirls round and round on his tiptoes. Do be careful, Daddy Pig, says Mummy Pig. Peppa gasps. Daddy Pig is lifting Mummy Pig high up into the air. Mummy Pig rises up and falls down. Oof, says Daddy Pig. Maybe we should leave the ballet to Peppa. Silly Daddy Pig, Peppa laughs. The end.
Peppa Pig Peppa goes dancing. Peppa, Susie Sheep, Mandy Mouse and Rebecca Rabbit are practicing their dance for Mr. Potato's super fantastic dance competition.
Wow.
If we keep practicing, we might win a prize,
says Peppa, doing her best dance moves. Snack time, calls Daddy Pig.
Remember, we have to keep practicing all the time,
says Peppa, dancing to the kitchen. You need a break so you can have energy for your dancing, says Daddy Pig. After their snacks, Peppa and her friend show Mummy and Daddy Pig their dance routine in the garden. George practices his dinosaur dance too. Mummy and Daddy Pig clap loudly. Wow, what fantastic dancers you all are, says Mummy Pig.
There's a dance competition for mummies and daddies too,
Peppa tells Mummy Pig.
There is,
says Mummy Pig. Maybe we should practice too, Daddy Pig. Okay, says Daddy Pig nervously. Next, Peppa, Susie, Mandy and Rebecca take to the stage. Their dance goes perfectly. Well done, everyone, says Mr. Potato.
Hooray!
He thinks all the children are super fantastic dancers. He gives George the best dinosaur dance prize. And Peppa's group wins the most practiced dance trophy. Now for my favourite part, announces Mr. Potato, the Mummies and Daddies dance. Come on, Daddy Pig, says Mummy Pig. Let's dance. Look, George, Peppa gasps. Mummy and Daddy are the most super fantastic dancers ever. Peppa and George love dancing. Everyone loves dancing. The end.
Peppa Pig Peppa's Pumpkin Party. It is a lovely autumn day, and Peppa and George are getting ready for their Halloween party. First, they scoop out a pumpkin to make a lantern. Then Mummy Pig fixes a candle inside and lights it. "Ooh, lovely," sighs Peppa. Mammy and Daddy Pig help Peppa and George put on their costumes. Peppa is a witch and George is a dinosaur. Peppa cackles. "Very witchy," says Mammy Pig.
Dinosaur! Arr!
Growls George. Peppa and George's friends have arrived. Everyone is wearing a spooky Halloween costume. Suddenly, they hear a howl. "Oh! What was that?" asked Peppa. "Only me," laughs Danny Dog. "I'm a werewolf." Peppa notices that Emily Elephant has a green face. "What are you, Emily?" she asks.
I'm an alien. Blub, blub, blub.
She replies, laughing.
And Edmund is a ghost. Actually, I'm a paranormal apparition.
Corrects Edmund.
That's a clever clog's ghost.
Daddy Pig appears at the door. "Welcome to the party, everyone," he booms. "Come and have some pumpkin pie." Inside, the house is decorated with balloons, cobwebs, and hanging toy bats. Even Madame Gazelle has come to the Halloween party. "Hello," says Susie Sheep.
I've come as a vampire.
"A vampire," sighs Madame Gazelle. "That reminds me of home." How strange. Madame Gazelle doesn't seem to have a reflection in the mirror. Daddy Pig puts on some music for everyone to dance to. "I love pumpkin parties," Peppa shouts. "I love dressing up," says Susie Sheep. "And everyone loves pumpkin pie," says Daddy Pig. The end. Peppa Pig, the Naughty Tortoise. It is autumn and Tiddles the tortoise is going to sleep for the winter, but Tiddles isn't sleepy. So he has run away and climbed a tree. "How are we going to rescue him?" asks Peppa. "I'll ring the fire brigade," replies Dr. Hamster. "Stand clear!" shouts Mammy Elephant when the fire engine arrives. She puts the ladder against the tree and Mummy Cow starts to climb up towards Tiddles. "Nina, Nina." Mummy Cow reaches the top of the ladder, but Tiddles climbs higher. "Come here, you little pickle," calls Mummy Cow. "Be careful, Mummy Cow," shouts Mummy Elephant, but Mummy Cow climbs onto a branch and gets stuck. Cows are not very good at climbing trees. "Hang on," cries Mummy Elephant. "I'm coming up." Mummy Elephant climbs onto a different branch and she gets stuck too. Elephants are not very good at climbing trees either. "What are we going to do now?" asks Peppa. "I'll call another rescue service," says Dr. Hamster. "Grandad Dog's breakdown truck." Says Grandad Dog when he arrives. "How do you get tortoises out of trees? Shall I climb up?" "Yes, please," replies Dr. Hamster. Grandad Dog climbs up to the first branch in the tree. "Oh," says Grandad Dog, "I seem to be stuck." Dogs are not very good at climbing trees either. "Now what are we going to do?" asks Peppa. "We'll have to call the highest rescue service in the land, replies Dr. Hamster. Miss Rabbit arrives in her rescue helicopter. Hello everyone, she calls down. Now let's rescue this tortoise. Miss Rabbit puts her helicopter on autopilot and climbs down the ladder to the tree. Got you, you little rascal, says Miss Rabbit, reaching out and grabbing Tiddles from the top of the tree. Then she carries him safely down to the ground. Thank you for saving my Tiddles, Miss Rabbit, says Dr. Hamster. No problem, replies Miss Rabbit. Then she climbs back up the ladder to rescue Mammy Elephant, Mammy Cow, and Grandad Dog. Thank you for saving us too, they cry. Just doing my job, replies Miss Rabbit. What a naughty tortoise you are, says Dr. Hamster. Tiddles yawns. Oh good, now you're sleepy, says Dr. Hamster. Back in your box you go. Sleep well, Tiddles, cries Peppa. Tiddles has gone to sleep for the winter and will wake again in the springtime. Shh, whispers Peppa. Everyone giggles very quietly. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for
Peppa Pig, Doctors to the Rescue. It is a sunny day. Peppa and her friends are playing outside. Pedro Pony shouts. Tiddles the tortoise is stuck in a tree. I can get him down, says Pedro. I'll give the tree a little shake. Pedro shakes the tree. Tiddles falls down and lands on Pedro's nose. Ow, says Pedro. That hurt. Madam Gazelle, Pedro is hurt, says Peppa. Do not worry, says Madame Gazelle. I will call Dr. Brown Bear. Dr. Brown Bear is a doctor who helps children when they are sick or hurt. Dr. Brown Bear answers his phone. I am on my way, he says. Dr. Brown Bear looks at Pedro's nose. You need a bandage, he says. The bandage makes Pedro's nose feel better. Thank you, says Pedro. But now my glasses do not work. Can you fix them? No, says Dr. Brown Bear. You need an eye doctor for that. Madam Gazelle calls Dr. Pony. Dr. Pony is Pedro's dad. He is also an eye doctor. He gives Pedro an eye test. Your glasses are just muddy, says Dr. Pony. He cleans Pedro's glasses. Hooray! Pedro's glasses are fixed. Pedro is feeling better. His glasses work again too. But Tiddles is still not well. We will call the vet, says Madame Gazelle. A vet is a doctor who takes care of pets. Dr. Hamster the vet arrives. Tiddles, you little pickle, she says. What have I told you about climbing in trees? Dr. Hamster flips Tiddles back onto his feet. Now he feels better. Just then, Dr. Elephant arrives. He is a dentist. A dentist is a doctor who looks after teeth. Are everyone's teeth okay? He asks. Yes, say the children. Then I will be on my way, says Dr. Elephant. But Dr. Elephant cannot leave. His car will not start. Who do we call when your car is sick? Asked Peppa. I know who to call, says Madame Gazelle. Madame Gazelle calls Grandad Dog. He knows how to fix cars. Good as new, he says.
Hooray!
Hooray! Cheer the children. Grandad Dog is a doctor for cars, said Peppa. Even cars need doctors. All the doctors save the day. The end.
First words with Peppa Pig. Level 4. Bedtime story. Meet Peppa, George, Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig. Learn. Both. Does. First. Sing. Sit. Sleep. Tell. There. Upon. Wash. Why. Wish. Write. Read. Dinosaur. Clock that tells the time. Diary. Castle. Bedtime story. Peppa as a princess. It was bedtime. First, Peppa and George both had a wash and brushed their teeth. Then they lay upon their beds. I can sing you both a song, or tell you both a story first. Then you can go to sleep, said Daddy Pig.
Tell us both a story first, please,
said Peppa.
I wish Daddy would tell us a story with a princess in it,
said Peppa.
Dinosaur,
said George.
Why does the story need a dinosaur?
asked Peppa. Well, why not? said Daddy Pig. I will do my best to tell you a story with both of them, if you wish. Once upon a time, said Daddy Pig. Sit down first, Daddy, said Mummy Pig. She got a chair for Daddy Pig to sit on. Now you can tell them their story, Daddy, said Mummy Pig. Once upon a time, said Daddy Pig.
Dinosaur,
said George.
George,
said Peppa. Daddy Pig began to tell the story again. Once upon a time, there was a princess. Every day, she had to sit and sing or just look out at the sun. She did not have fun. At the end of every day, the princess liked to sit down and write in her diary.
Wow.
why can I not have some fun?
said the princess. The princess had to write something in her diary every day.
I wish that just one fun thing could happen,
said the princess.
Dinosaur,
said George. Yes, the story does have a dinosaur, said Daddy Pig.
why does it need a dinosaur?
said Peppa. Wait and see what the dinosaur does, said Daddy Pig. Once upon a time, a dinosaur came to the castle.
Wow.
At last I can write the story of the dinosaur in my diary,
said the princess. The princess got her diary to write in.
What a fun day. I liked it better than when I just sing or look out the sun,
said the princess. Then the princess wanted to go to sleep. First the princess had a wash and brushed her teeth. Then she lay upon the bed and went to sleep. Peppa and George both went to sleep in their beds too. What a good story, Daddy. You could write a book, says Mummy Pig. Yes, it would be a good book to write, said Daddy Pig. The end. Peppa Pig, where's George's dinosaur? George can't find Mr. Dinosaur anywhere. There's something spiky in your den, says Mummy Pig. Is that him?
Dinosaur!
Roars George. Peppa and George peek inside the den.
Oh, it's just a helmet.
Peppa sighs.
Where's George's dinosaur?
Says Mummy Pig. Where have we been today?
The zoo!
Says Peppa. Mummy Pig takes Peppa and George back to the zoo. George spots a long tail behind some rocks.
Wow.
Dinosaur!
Roars George. Peppa and George look behind the rocks.
Oh, it's just Mrs. Crocodile.
Peppa sighs.
Where's George's dinosaur?
Where did we go after the zoo? Asked Mummy Pig.
Choo-choo!
Cries George. The train, that's right, George, says Mummy Pig. At the train station, George spies something green inside the train.
Wow.
Dinosaur!
Roars George. Peppa and George open the train door.
Oh, it's just a balloon.
Peppa sighs.
Where's George's dinosaur?
Now, where did the train take us today? Asked Mummy Pig.
The castle!
Gasped Peppa.
George's dinosaur must be there.
When they arrive at the castle, George sees some sharp teeth.
Wow.
Dinosaur!
Roars George. Peppa and George open the castle door.
Oh, it's just a dragon.
Peppa sighs.
Where's George's dinosaur?
I don't think we'll find him today, George, says Mummy Pig sadly. It's time to go home now. Oh no! As George gets ready for bed, he starts to cry. Don't worry, George, says Mummy Pig. We'll find Mr. Dinosaur tomorrow. She pulls back George's covers.
He was hiding in your bed all along, George,
cries Peppa. Phew, says Mummy Pig. Night-night, George. Night-night, Mr. Dinosaur. George loves his dinosaur. Everyone loves George's dinosaur. The end.
Hi kids, did you have fun watching this video? Then like and subscribe for more.